workers are few. Is God calling you? Hey, this is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. Thank you for joining us as we are continuing our study with the book of Matthew. We're finishing up chapter 9 today. In these two chapters following the Sermon on the Mount, we've been talking about 12 miracles that Jesus did. It concludes today with Jesus doing it just as a general, saying he did a whole bunch of miracles. Okay? So that's how it concludes. But there's a whole lot here in this passage here. So let's read it. We're looking at Matthew 9 verses 35 through 38. Okay, and again, this is the workers are few, and is God calling you? All right, so let me read here. While they were going out, a man, that was yesterday's. Let me start over. Verse 35. Jesus went through all the towns and villages, teaching in the synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom, and healing every disease and sickness. Okay, right there. He was healing every disease and sickness. So that concludes all, we talked about 12 miracles here that he was doing. Well, he way does more than 12. Okay. But what he was doing, he was going through the villages, teaching in the synagogues and proclaiming the good news of the kingdom and healing every disease. So he was going around sharing the gospel. Okay. Verse 36. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. Okay? The greatest leaders of the Bible have been shepherds, and shepherds to the people. Okay? Not necessarily shepherds of the sheep, but shepherds to the people. Okay? And he had compassion on them. He looked at them and he saw that they were harassed and like sheep without a shepherd. Sheep that don't have the shepherd, they're just like wandering around, and the lion chases them down, and whatever, and all that, and they're harassed. They don't have rest, and don't have peace. But when they have the shepherd, there's peace, and they can just relax. Verse 37. Then he said to the disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into the harvest field." He was looking at all these people, and he was like, wow, there's a lot of discipling we need to do, and sharing the gospel with all these people. And he was like, there's only a few of us, and there's a lot of these people. Okay? And he trained those guys up to be disciples of him and to start the first church. Okay? You're thinking to yourself, is that just for, back then? No, this still applies in a big way today. You can look around the world and you can see that there's a big harvest. Many people need to hear about Jesus, and but there's very few people that are going. Okay, I'm wearing my Siberia hat here, or Alaska hat. Places that people want to go, they might go, we want to go to Guatemala City where the temperature is perfect all the time. And be missionaries there, and they have city and they have Pizza Hut and all that stuff. But when you say, let's go to Siberia, or let's go to some remote place in Alaska, people are like, no, I don't think so. God's not calling me there. But the thing is, God's calling, and you have to evaluate, is he calling you? Okay, and he's looking out across those nations, and he's going, man, there's people, the harvest is great. People want to hear the gospel, but the workers are few. Okay. So, that's like when you go there to Africa and you see what I've seen there, like the harvest is great there. They just need more workers there to bring in the harvest. And, but there's not enough workers there. It's kind of sad. You look at, my field here, and imagine if it's getting close to harvest time, as you can see here. And if I go out there and it's just myself, trying to harvest that, I'm not going to get it all in. I'm going to get a portion of this harvest in, but I won't get it all in. And it's really sad because I'll lose all that grain. Okay. And Jesus is sad at this point too. He's like, there's so many people, and they're lost and on their way to hell. They could, if we had the workers to bring them in, they could be on their way to heaven. So the bottom line is this: the workers are few. Is God calling you? Is he calling you to serve It could be, something simple. It could be right here in the town where you live, but it could be overseas where the need is great. Okay? Think about that today. Is God calling you? Lord's blessing to you. I'll see you next time as we are now going to start Matthew chapter 10. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.